Hello, my guys, gals, and non binary pals. So, today I decided I was going to draw a fan art for characters from old fandoms I used to be a part of. First, we have Sans from Undertale. I was really into Undertale when it came out. I got like my whole class into it too. I was obsessed, and I think one of the most iconic characters for like any Undertale fan would be Sans, because a lot of people were obsessed with Sans, let's be real here. If I have any pictures that I find, I'll show them, but I was awful at drawing Sans. He was one of like the worst characters for me to draw. So I've definitely improved a lot because I actually kind of thought about more of what a skeleton looks like when doing this. So the head looks a lot better. Now, this drawing isn't anything special. It's literally like every single Sans fan art ever. So that's kind of what happens with Sans fan art. Okay, so this is me editing. I didn't really explain this well, but what I meant to say was that if you draw a piece of Sans fan art, there's pretty much already like 5 identical copies of it, just due to like Sans' popularity and how much people have drawn him. There are a lot of things I improved on, like I was saying. One being skeleton anatomy and just anatomy in general. I also improved a lot on like my attention to detail. Like I thought more about the objects I was drawing and how they work. You know, instead of just drawing a jacket, I gave it zippers and thought about the pockets. And I thought about how these slippers were. Though to be fair, the type of slippers Sans has are the ones where it has the part that goes over the front of your foot and then just a bit at the bottom. It's not the ones that wrap all around your feet, but I didn't want to draw any part of a skeleton foot, okay? I might be improving on my anatomy and I might have thought about how a skeleton looks, but that is too far for me. I am not doing that. So instead, we have these awkward looking slippers because that's the best I could manage. Like, no, I'm not going to learn to draw skeleton feet. Please, let me just ignore the feet forever and never have to learn how to draw them. I think one of the reasons I really like drawing Sans though is because I never had to draw any hands. Like, I just shove it in the pockets and I'm done. It's so easy. Hands are like every artist's worst nightmare, so if I don't have to draw them, then I think I'm pretty happy. Now, during my Undertale phase, I wouldn't say I was obsessed with Sans. I thought he was a cool character and he's definitely one of my favorites, but I wasn't like writing Sans fanfiction. I wrote Asriel fanfiction, but that's off the internet now. No, it's deleted from existence, and that's for the better. But Undertale was like a really influential game for me growing up. It taught me what like being gay was. It was a lot different than a lot of RPGs since it wasn't just killing everything. There's so much story and so much character in each of the characters. It was a great game. I know a lot of people like to, hate on it because of mainly the fact that it turned into a teenage girl thing, and that's what happens with teenage girl things. People just hate on it. I do agree that some people were kind of weird. Some of the Sans fangirls are interesting, okay? The Undertale community just had a lot of those interesting people, so, it became an interesting community. But Undertale was a good game and still is. I recommend going back and playing through it if it was also a part of your childhood. I'm sure you'll still have fun. So for the next one, I drew Freddy from Five Nights at Freddy's. Now, this was a smaller phase. I was going to draw something else originally. I don't even remember what it was, but I didn't feel like drawing it. So originally I had tried drawing a different thing. I drew like that classic FNAF 1 image with Freddy, Bonnie, and Chica on the stage, but instead of Freddy holding a microphone, I was gonna give him a knife. Instead of Bonnie holding a guitar, I was gonna give him an axe. Instead of Chica holding her cupcake, I was gonna give her a bomb. I started drawing realistic animatronic anatomy, and y'all know I don't want to do that. It was gonna be a mistake, so I didn't finish it. Instead, I just drew this kind of cartoony basic Freddy. It's really nothing special, it's just Freddy. So I was really into FNAF for a bit. I've had multiple FNAF phases, I'd say. My main one was during around the same time as my Undertale phase. There's also another phase I had then, creepypasta, so you can kind of see what kind of stuff I was into. I was into lore and mystery, and then I was also into horror, so FNAF was a great thing to be into for me at the time. I never really played any of the games because I didn't own any of them. I should do that someday. The only game I've played is Ultimate Custom Night, and I barely played that. Now, the thing about my Undertale phase and my FNAF phase is that they're both really influential points for me in drawing, because during that time in my life, I just draw all day, every day. During school, I didn't pay attention that whole year. I just drew all day. So I improved a lot during that time. My artwork was still garbage, and once again, if I find any FNAF photos, I'll put them up here. I have improved, even if this drawing in particular is kind of trash, which it is because animatronic anatomy. I still improved a lot from making that art, and I don't think I'd be as into art without these types of things inspiring me to create. For FNAF, I even drew some comics. Maybe someday we'll look at those. I have vivid memories of one of them, and I don't really want to have those memories. But drawing things like that, they really taught me a lot and motivated me, and I wouldn't be where I am in my art journey today without them. So even if I was kind of cringy, and yeah, even if I was shipping animatronics and writing as real fan fiction, these are still really important things to me growing up, and I still look back on them fondly, and I'm not, I guess, embarrassed that I used to be into them. I did some cringy things, yeah, but those helped me grow as a person and learn hobbies that I enjoy. Okay, I'm done getting all whatever that was. So, this drawing's kind of trash, as you can see. We don't really need to talk about it. It's just pure garbage. I really did just draw Freddy with bad robot anatomy. But if you like this video and want to see more stuff like it, even though this was a bit weirder of one of my videos, please like and subscribe. Also make sure you follow me on social media. I've gotten 2 new platforms or something. I have a Twitter, a Twitch, which I've never used, a TikTok, which I've never used, but I hopefully will, and an Instagram. On Instagram, I post all the artwork that I make in my videos, so if you're interested in seeing those, go there, and I'll see you all next week.